How's it, Vim? How's it, Brennan?
Hi, Kevin.
How's
Hope you're
it?
well.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm very happy. Thank you.
Probably bad
Uh,
now.
Yeah, the
yeah,
guys were outstanding.
yeah. No, I mean, what a way to start the tournament. Get that. I almost want to say, that win over Australia after what happened in the Rugby Championship, and I mean, the way you did go about business. I mean, yeah, that that was quite impressive. Maybe just give us your thoughts on the performance.
I think I think what the performance has got a lot to do with our preparation. If I've got to be honest, I think Tulani, our fitness and conditioning coach, has done a great job. It's 37 degrees here. It's very humid, and just the physical strength, the mental strength, and just how well the guys have trained over the last sort of 2 months is really paid testament to how they play today. Because I can promise you, when I spoke to Chris Whitaker, their coach, after the game, he said to me their tactics was to go 6-2 to try and blow us off the park with speed. And he said at halftime, he looked at their guys and he just said, these guys are beating you at every aspect. So I think a lot of it's got to do with our fitness and our conditioning. And then I think our guys just really executed well. So really pleased to start the competition like that. I'm really proud of the guys.
And Kevin, I mean, looking at the game, I mean, there was that, let's say, 12 minutes before the final whistle where, you sort of did take the foot off the pedal, so to speak. At least that's what was a lot later than the last time you played
Yeah.
Australia. But, looking ahead, I mean, it's England, the defending champions, up next. Just what will the message be, just to keep the guys their feet on the ground and just to not get ahead of themselves with this one massive win.
I think when we'll still look at our game, and although we got a good result there, I still think that we can still go another step up. So we've got such a good group. They're so humble. We want to sit together and obviously enjoy this win and starting the tournament so well. But I think the best way to sort of keep our feet on the ground is to understand that we've still got some more to go in our game. And then, like you've just mentioned there, we want to really become an 80-minute team. I think that's our big learnings from when we were in PE. And like you said today, probably a 70 minutes performance. But really, for us to go as well as we want to go in this tournament, we want to become an 80-minute team.
And just the last one from me before Brendan can take over. I mean, just your thoughts on guys like Yaku coming on, both Yakus for that matter, and Ian van der Merwe as well. Started a few good kicks and had a few decent contributions. Just your thoughts on their performances overall.
Yeah, those guys have been outstanding. But I promise you, just from people, first as the people, they've just slotted into the group so seamlessly. They've trained hard. I mean, Yaku, lineouts, there's a lot to learn in a week, and he's just learnt them. He's such a student to the game, and obviously Ian and coming in and his kicking's a point of difference. And then of course Yaku Williams scoring that final try. So look, I think that the squad at the moment is a very happy squad, and we want to make sure that we just keep that balance right and keep them. It's a long time away from home, and just every day just being present with each other and making sure we connect.
Mm. And I mean, Hashim, I mean, what can we say? I mean, he kicked a 50-22. His field kicking was brilliant. His line breaks,
Yeah.
kept the Australians busy. He sort
Yeah.
of. I know. You laid a platform up front, but it was almost like the catalyst. In this win, that first half especially, and just speak to us about him as a character, his skills. What you've identified. That makes him so special.
Yeah, Hash is awesome. I mean, like you said, he's got the whole game. He can play a kicking game, he can play a running game. He's excellent in defense, and he's so calm. He's one of our leaders. He's vice captain with JJ Tehran, so he adds a lot towards our attack and when we're going to kick, when we're going to run. And I think every game I've coached him in, he's scored tries, and it's all from his running line. So he understands the game so well. He knows exactly where to be in support. And yeah, I'm just wishing him and his family a really good tournament because he's worked so hard for this.
Thanks, Brendan. All yours.
Thanks, Vim. Kevin, I suppose there doesn't come a much better than that in terms of a statement of intent
Yeah.
in the tournament, does it?
No, it doesn't. Brent, we watched the box play yesterday, just the way they're playing, and it was just awesome rugby. But the nice thing is I got to sit next to the players while they were watching, and they sort of commentating the game, and they're using some of the terminology, and you can see that they're getting a real understanding of what it means to play Springbok rugby. And we want to make sure teams know just the intensity that we play at, the physicality we play at, and just how much we love playing for our country. So I think that was a fantastic start, and the guys really represented themselves well.
I know it's early days, and it's just your first game, but can you maybe speak about how the team's grown since the Rugby Championship? Obviously, you didn't get all the results you wanted there, and just how they've grown coming into this tournament.
Well, I think in the Rugby Championship, we did make a lot of changes for the Australia game. Because we wanted to obviously give guys enough exposure to what Test match rugby is like. We wanted to build the depth in the squad, and that obviously provides guys with opportunity. They feel like they belong in our environment. And then they've obviously, one of the nicest things that I can say about the squad, Brent, is when I sat the guys down who didn't make the team and had their one-on-one, all of them acknowledged the guy who was ahead of them and saying how well they're playing. So I think, yes, we're playing well as a team, and we still got some work to do there, but we're also connecting so well off the field, and I think that's going to be crucial in this tournament.
You spoke about making those changes for Australia. One of the things now, you've obviously, given England a heads up. They know what's coming now.
Yeah.
They'll definitely have set up and take notice. But also, how does it, in a tournament like this, how do you approach the selection for the England game? Because usually you would make changes for the second game of the tournament.
Yeah, I think we'll just have a look at how the guys have recovered. In 5-day turnarounds, it's a pretty unique tournament, and we'll see who's fresh and who's mentally in the right place. But this team that we did start with today, we've played together for quite a while now, since TRC, but even before that. So, once you've played together for a while, those combinations you can see are starting to come together. So you don't want to make holistic changes if you don't need to. But having said that, guys like Gino Capito, Morne Fenta, Dominic Malchas, these guys are fantastic rugby players, and they were really upset not to be chosen. And you can just imagine how hungry they'll be if they do get an opportunity. But I think the main thing is to keep the guys settled and have clarity when we play against England.
Yeah, and just one thing on obviously a lot's made of the conditions. You've also said it's 37 degrees there. You guys aren't shy in terms of playing it expansively when you need to, and we showed today.
Yeah.
Is that going to be more of a factor, the fitness going in this tournament, maybe almost as important as tactics as the tournament goes on?
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. I think tactics and the fitness, but the mental strength, because everybody's going to be hot and everybody's going to be tired, and you've got to make a decision. And I think our guys made some really mature decisions today about their clinical way. When they decided to go, they were clinical. And I think that's all you actually ask. We'll always back them to do that. They just take responsibility for that, and they've grown massively in that space. I'm really proud of that effort.
Okay, no, cool. Thanks. That's all for me. Good luck for the next one.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Vim. I appreciate it. Riley's just walked in here now.